Hi everyone, I am Pathfinder Lumen, and this is my channel at Just Figuring Shit Out. So it's actually 11 o'clock at night where I'm at. I have not slept. I've lost count of the days. And so I had no plans to shoot a video today. But sometimes you just feel a call to do something, and sorry, that was bothering me. Sometimes you just feel a call to do something, and blanket, and you just do it, right? Let's talk about quantum leaping. So it's a hot topic right now. Everyone's timeline jumping, quantum leaping, all of that stuff. Well, you know what? Let's start from soul missions, and because that usually comes first before the quantum leaping. You're supposed to find out what you're meant to do in your lifetime, your soul missions. And in large part, it's kind of like being your most authentic self. But one of the things that you're not told is that the instant your soul agrees on your soul mission up in the cosmos, before you are in this experience, the instant you agree to it, your mission is already complete. And what we're currently experiencing is a memory of that completed mission. Your soul has already used your flesh body to complete that same mission in all sorts of different ways. That's why even if, like, you'll see people around you that aren't awake or aware of themselves on a spiritual level or doing a spiritual journey, they're just, going on their way with their very prevalent ego, but a different version of themselves in a different timeline is doing the spiritual work. But you, for your timeline, for your best experience, you're not seeing that. You're seeing this version of them. And the same thing goes for you. There's versions of you that will never see this video, and there's versions of you that will. And there's versions of you that will see an entirely different version of this video. And there's versions of you that exist that in that version I never made a video. And they call that different timelines. And people say, well, you can choose the timeline to complete the mission that you've technically already completed. So whatever it is, and like I said, it's usually aligned with being your most authentic self and whatever your most authentic self wants to do. Following your intuition. Nobody can really define that for you. So whatever your most authentic version of yourself is doing, it's already done it. That's why when they explain timeline jump and manifestations to you, they'll say things like, just think of it as it's already done, because there's a version of you that's already has it. That's true. because your current consciousness is actually experiencing a memory. That's what the whole remembering is about. What you're experiencing right now is a memory of a version of you that went about existing in this plane, in this experience, that, had whatever car you had, worked whatever job you currently have. There's another version of you that has a better paying job, or maybe no job at all. Maybe they won the lottery. And then there's a million other versions of you, awake, not awake. My flesh, body, brain can't really fully quantify all those different types of versions of you. So when you're leaping, what you're actually doing is transferring your consciousness from the memory of this version of you to the memory of the other version of you. That's why in that version you already have it. And then there's an interim of that travel, because this version of you might be pretty far from that version of you, or might not be healed enough to be that version of you, because that version of you has let go of some stuff, or didn't have to experience certain things to get there. Whatever experiences that other version of you had, you have to be open to swallowing that up in order to enter that memory of you. And so you have to totally spiritually and mentally adapt to that version of you, that memory of you. So, if you're trying to manifest a version of you that, I don't know, that went to college, or that version of you that has that $2 million business or whatever, you don't have to manifest it. You just have to remember that other memory of you. That's why they explain to you, you'll see a lot, to embody the version of you that already has it. So you're embodying the memory of you from that version, so that you can shift your consciousness from this version of you to that version of you. And you can shift your consciousness as much as you want. You can shift your consciousness back to a closed mentality, and you can shift it forward. So, and then when you are shifting that consciousness, you, like I said, you will have to go through purges, through healings. You will have to correct whatever parts of you does not match that memory in order for you to be able to shift and shift your current conscious mind into that memory. Because you have to be able to hold that version of you within you. Sometimes that means in a physical way. Sometimes you have to heal physically a lot. Sometimes that means a lot of spiritual healing. So you might be experiencing deep, intense purges before you ever get that memory of you. And it can take you a while depending on what you're trying to manifest. It can take you, I know it says happens quickly, but depending on where you are at, how much your version has to heal to get to the point of embodying that memory of you, of being able to withstand being in that state of consciousness of that memory of you. You might have to heal a lot. So you'll see all these people, well, it instantly happened, and you just know. I mean, I think a lot of those people won't tell you that for some of them, it took them years of embodying and learning and embodying and learning, and they got some manifestations, and then they outgrew those manifestations. They were and it was like a whole cyclical process. So, to review, what you're currently experiencing is a memory of you. What you're trying to manifest is another memory of you. Your soul mission you've already completed in one version of you. What you're trying to manifest is the version of you that's following it. If that's what you're trying to maybe you're not even trying to manifest that. Maybe you're just trying to manifest something that has nothing to do with it. I have no idea. Then there's still another version that exists doing that work. So whatever. So you're experiencing a current memory of you. You are trying to manifest something, money, spiritual work. So you're going to have to do whatever energetic work you gotta do, and that energetic work will pop up while you're attempting to embody the. Most people, I see a lot of people manifesting money, so we'll just go with that, right? So while you're trying to manifest money, you're told, oh, well, embody it like you already have, because there's a memory of you that does, and we're trying to consciously leap you to that. And while you are embodying it, you will experience, depending on where you're at, cyclical healing and spiritual healings and maybe physical healings and changes. And the more you will embody that, the more these experiences will occur. Well, maybe you stop eating that because the memory you're trying to embody doesn't eat that. And all of a sudden you don't like it no more. And you'll experience deep healings and, different awakenings. So that the awakenings that wealth you and the awakening of current conscious you match so that you can embody wealth you. And that's quantum leaping. Quantum leaping, timeline jumps. It's just you moving your current consciousness from this memory of you, from the embodiment of this memory of you, to another embodiment memory of you. Because you've already done all this. Your soul has done that. The moment you agree to be in this realm, instant. There is no time in the spiritual realm, so it's all instantaneous. This is all a memory. That's why certain people will tell you, no, but this is real, because it's not. It's already something you've already done. So don't worry too much. Don't stress out too much, because you've been this. You got this. You did it. You already did it. Your soul mission is completed the moment your soul agreed to it. So you don't have to worry about doing some crazy extravagant thing. If all you want to do is chill. I'm going to recommend you do the spiritual work. You can embody that version of you, but I already know that there's a version of you that's already doing that spiritual work. And if you want your consciousness to experience the joy of that version of you, because there is a certain amount of joy, freedom of the ego suffering that you will experience. That's the I have a lot of energy running through my body while I'm speaking about this. So that's why you hear me. It's one of the reasons why they teach you not to judge your surroundings, because the person, your sister, brother, ex, whatever, a version of them is existing that you see that is not doing the work, but there's another version of them in a different memory. And maybe you were in that experience too. Maybe you can leap yourself into that existence too if you really want to. That is. And some of you might inadvertently manifest that for some of the people in your life. You know, like in some versions of my life, I have healthy parents. And in some versions, I don't. And this conscious mind, I did not. But I know there's a version of me out there that did. I don't know why I just felt such a strong pull, such a strong call, even right now. Massive energy downloads. So, you can choose to embody the current version of you. You can choose to embody a different version of you. Quantum leaping is just opening your conscious mind to moving from one memory of you, of the already doneness, because these experiences are already complete. I have literally already said that before. All this video has been made previously by me, and I am experiencing the making of this video now. Yeah, but as a disclaimer, this is my understanding of things. Your version is certainly acceptable for you. Whatever you would like to believe, it's on you. It's not my concern to tell you what to believe. I'm just talking. I'm just sharing with you my truth and my light. Thanks for watching, everyone. Good luck. Bye.